Rolled up towards Abraham, who's away from Hanley, away from Godfrey. Tammy Abraham, that is a belter! That is a first-class finish from Chelsea's young star.
Let's just think about it. I mean, imagine our kid, our newborn, in the Man United mini little romper. Oh my god, it's gonna be the cutest thing ever. And then we can take family pictures in our Man United shirts.
Because we all support Man United?
Imagine like a whole family with the GGMU. And then maybe one day we go to Old Trafford to see United play as a family in our t-shirts. Imagine the whole family. It's gonna be so cute.
Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you are seeing this. Welcome to another episode of Doek&Tie. And if this is your first time here, shout out to you for checking out this episode. If you're a returning watcher, we appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, make sure you like the page on Facebook as well as subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And make sure you click that notification bell so that you never miss on anything that we upload. My name is Khali. This is my beautiful wife, Bonang. And man, I'm just excited. We're happy. We're back at our regular spot. I think the last 2 episodes we've been shooting either outside, trying to vlog, or in the car. And I actually miss the black background. It makes me feel safe, and it makes me feel like we're on our official set. So how are you, madam?
I'm good.
Are you?
Not
really. Are you saying that as just, I know a lot of people, how are you? It's always like, I'm okay, I'm good, but are you good? Just because we live together doesn't mean I shouldn't ask you how you are. I shouldn't assume I know how you are just because we live together. So how are you? How's everything? How's life? Mighty? Joe? There's just something about women and money, eh? Does money make you happy?
It alleviates most problems.
What do you mean? Expound on that. So when I hear money, what we hear, like, go swipe whatever you want, or you want cash.
I'm the happiest when I'm counting money.
Okay. So tell me something. If I was to give you money, right? Theoretically speaking, some in the distant future, somewhere there.
Somewhere there. Okay.
Right? Would you want me to give you like karata, go swipe by whatever you want, or do you want like stacks of cash?
I'm gonna be honest. Karata, there's like an element of monitoring.
Okay.
So if I'm going to spend freely and independently, it'll have to be cash.
You want cash?
Cash money.
Cash money, okay. So we're trying to all right. Another thing that I'm really excited about is the fact that football is soon to be back in our screens. And for me, that means I'm going to be staying home. Weekends, I hope I'm just going to be watching football. For her, she's happy because I get to stay home. I'm going to go hang out with the boys, I'll just be home watching football.
No. Why do you make it seem like I have a problem with the guys?
No, it's not really a problem, but you're quite clingy, babe. Like every time I want to leave, you're like, so you're going to leave me alone? I'm like, babe, I'm just going to go there and come back. I'm not going anywhere far.
Did you just put that
And then you make me feel bad. So at least with football back...
I am not clingy.
Really? We're both clingy. I'm not outing you. or both clingy. So on today's episode, we really wanted to quickly touch on something that that seemed quite small or insignificant when we started dating and living together, which is the fact that we realized that we're the same, but also are different. Maybe just to give a bit of background, right? We're both from Botswana, but I'm from the north side of the country. Bonang is from the north, yes, but you were raised in Gaborone. You were nurtured and raised in Gaborone. So, technically speaking, you're from the south side of the country, right?
No.
Yeah.
If you're basing things on technicalities,
No,
I'm
babe.
from the north.
Yes.
I was just nurtured and raised this side.
In the south. So your ways and your way of life is rooted here in the south, right? Yeah, so with that being said, we realized we were the same but different. Starting with the fact that Setswana Sarona has a Setswana, right? We both speak Setswana, but it's quite different. Before we even go far. In my vocabulary.
Wait, before that, I think you're confusing things.
What do you mean?
There's Setswana, and then there's each tribe has its own languages.
Yeah.
So what Setswana Sarona has Setswana. Setswana is pretty standard, like.
No, it's not.
It is, and then each tribe has its own language. So you know how similar that language is Setswana.
Baby, let me finish.
Setswana is pretty standard.
It's not standard.
It's pretty standard.
Let me give you an example.
Even Kahasikwalonga thing, it's pretty standard.
No,
it's Setswana.
It's not.
But how similar or other tribes' languages of Setswana.
Baby.
It's not Setswana, it's a whole other language.
Baby, let me finish. Just let me finish.
Yes, finish.
So what I was gonna say is, I already said this right? So Setswana sa me le Setswana sa Gaborone ga se tshwane. No, babe. Let me finish.
Yes.
The first thing or the first difference in how we both speak is in my vocabulary, ha gona ha ke re ntla teng. But bonang ha bua wa re tla, na ka re ta. So every time in this household, ha ke bua be ke re ke ta, o ta bantha babe. Ha go te ta, ha te tla. I'm like, yo. I'm like, but wait, what? Are you telling me that the way I grew up speaking is wrong?
I'm not saying it's wrong.
Because you correct me every time I speak.
I'm not saying it's wrong. The way you grew up speaking is not wrong.
What is it? Why are you trying to fix it?
There's a difference.
So when you going? No.
It's fine.
I think that makes sense.
The reason we are advocating for the divorce is because otherwise, why would you advocate for the different tribes' languages to be taught in schools?
Baby, I feel like
you're
missing my point.
I'm not missing your point.
So you can pretty much figure out how this is gonna play out in a household. So every time my wife says that you don't actually say it like that, but this is how you say it. I'm there thinking, by the time we have kids, how are my kids gonna sound? Are they gonna pick up from me? Are they gonna pick up from you? This might seem very significant, but actually think about this.
That is a very, very simple question.
Between us.
Who do children tend to speak like?
Our father. Our mother. No.
Banana, who do you speak like? Your mom or your dad?
Baby, why are you putting
No! I'm asking a very simple question. Who do you speak
That was then, this is now.
Who do you speak like?
I speak like myself. I get it from, well, I've been around and I've picked up a few things here and there.
So in that same manner, you got it from your mom and Natla Wikimuang, Kitletse balite ba mbua so.
Don't know about that. But this
Same
bothers
way,
me. Hey?
you too, we could say your mom, Mukuruti babua ta, and here you are.
This bothers me.
So,
I feel like
naturally,
if we're gonna have kids
the
and they
children-
don't sound like me, I feel like, will they really be my kids? I feel like a sense of loss already in the kids that we don't have, and I haven't had them speak, but I anticipate, like she's saying, that they will not sound like me when they speak. Is that weird? Like I already feel out of place and a sense of loss. And then I'm just there to the side, like
You're not there to the side. That's the whole reason why Wabaruta baby.
a bit of a I guess.
Yeah, so you're not there to the side. It's just a case of we teach them different things.
Yeah, man. So there's so much identity that's intertwined or that is rooted on how I speak. So every time you say Oscar ta or ta, I feel like first of all, one is insulting my ancestors. And the ancestors that came before them they are nothing, and however they were speaking for their entire lives was just wrong. That's how I feel every time you correct how I speak. Is that deep?
The funny thing is I don't correct this a lot.
Okay.
There's certain times there are certain words or certain ways that you can excuse, like.
Excuse? Why do you have to make exclusions?
I'm not making exclusions, but you can let it go. But there are certain things that you must say correctly.
Is there a correct way of saying things
Yes,
to begin with?
there are certain things that you
Okay,
must
let's
say
give an
correctly.
example of things that I often say in Bonang is just
No, let me finish.
Right? Yeah.
The certain things that you should say correctly. Number one, maina abatu. If I tell you my name, and Lina Lambe has TH, TLH, kana tla. Motlali. If I tell you Lina Lambe ke motlali pula. Under no circumstances are you to call me motlali pula, because my name, no, that's the thing. It's my name. It's not yours.
But who's saying the name at that given time?
So if you're going to say my name, referring to me, you say it right. Because if you were to come and be like, Kina motali pula, then cool, you're cool with your name being said that way. But I tell you motlali pula, and I will be called Motali Pula.
Yeah.
Then you have absolutely no right whatsoever. Because it's mine.
But here's the thing, I don't have that pula, that tla in my vocabulary. So every time I speak, I would have to make a conscious decision. Yeah, okay. I guess
Make
that is so much
make that conscious decision, respect my name.
But shouldn't we be tolerant of other people who speak differently from us?
We are tolerant of other people who speak differently
Okay,
from
let
us.
me throw in a spanner there. If like a French guy came here, let's just stick with the Motali Pula name, and then he says it with a French accent. We want to say what he's saying is wrong because his tongue can't say Motali Pula like we do. Because it's the same thing.
I appreciate that you said his tongue cannot say Motlali Pula.
Yeah.
Your tongue can.
My tongue.
You just choose not to. With us, it's a choice.
I walk straight into that one. No, babe.
No, you're choosing. You're choosing. Because so by essence of that, you're saying that you can choose how you want to pronounce Lina Lime.
Choose is we're using that very liberally there. It's not necessarily a choice.
It is a choice.
When I'm speaking and I'm in motion, in that motion of speaking, right? My brain, my reflexes, my tongue, it will never go to Motali Pula. It's gonna go to Motali Pula because Tla was never originally part of my vocabulary. That's what I'm saying.
I believe that is to a certain extent why Ruta Swan.
What do you mean?
I think Swana is standard.
No, it's not.
It is Ruta because it's standard.
No. What do you mean it's standard?
It's standard. Swana is standard. Swana ketla.
Ah.
Ketla.
Ah.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
why I would say tlapa, tlapi, tlapulo.
I don't agree
Swana
with
ketla.
those teachings. I think those were to oppress us who don't speak like that.
It's not.
I don't agree.
So anyway.
I think those teachings were wrong to begin with. So that's where the problem comes from.
So.
Tapolosa, never.
So anyway, it's in Nakanyagore. A standard was brought up, and
that standard was wrong.
Unfortunately, we were not there when the standard.
But it was wrong. It's up to us to correct it.
When the standard was brought up, and then Setswana, and then Setswana was standardized for it. This is what is categorized as Setswana.
But here's the funny thing if you say that, because if you go to Lesotho right now, but what Lesotho ke Batswana, right?
Ke Basotho.
Okay, Basotho, but Babua Setswana.
Babua Sesotho.
Baby, you know what I'm trying to say. Sesotho le Setswana are very tightly knit. What's one about Mafikeng in South Africa? Babua Setswana, right? But Setswana Sabona is not the same as the one that we speak here. We then going to say, because of the standards that were set, Setswana Sabona is wrong. Who's right there? Who's wrong? So hence I'm saying I don't agree with that standardization. Yeah, this is Setswana is right. This one is wrong. This is how you speak this. This is wrong. You get my point?
They're just grasping at straws.
Same, but different.
Grasping at straws.
So, I want us to give quick examples of certain phrases that we say. Every time I say them, one is just there, like, what language are you speaking? Or, Luana, you say some things, I'm like, nah.
Okay.
So, after bathing, right? You apply lotion on your body. I get it, you apply lotion on your body. So, Kaswana, Naki tell ho tola. Right? Wa tola. What do you call it? Right? Wa tola.
Okay, there's two things I've heard this side.
No. Just tell me how you say it. Like, don't give me options. Kuitsasa.
Or
okay,
two.
I've heard about that. I've heard that one before.
Kuipota.
Yeah, you see right there, you and I have a problem already. What? Yeah, when it's has, I understand it. Like, yeah, it's has. But we rain. I'm not saying it's wrong. Same, but different. I'm just appreciating how you speak.
Next.
Okay, what are you hearing?
Kuipota.
It sounds like you're poking holes. You gotta kuipota. Hold on. Yeah, get out how to kuipota. It sounds like somebody poking holes. Alright, the second one. I get it, in a community there's always a place where you go throw away rubbish, right? I think in the city it's called a landfill, right? In the villages it's also there. I grew up in a village, so we had it. And that's where you throw away your rubbish responsibly. What do you call this? Rubble you put one side, leaves one side, and then somebody abata utsuba whenever the time is right? So Rona we call that le goro goro. Ko le goro goro. Ka le goro goro ko la tamale. Ka le goro goro ko tsuba male. That's what you call it. So what do you guys call a landfill? Here.
I don't know.
There's no name for it. Maybe you generalize it like that. So every time you get a goro goro, this one time they get a goro goro, but it's just they're like, what? What language is that? Le goro goro. You know it, right? Le goro goro. I'm not weird, right? I guess. Another option, or another word that I often use that Bonan just finds out of this world, right?
How?
So, We do not support GBV at any cost. So when somebody does that to you, ako betsa ko morago gore go ke go debola. Ke tla go debola. No tira maloba ke tla go debola. That's something that we say, Ko tono. Ke go debola. So what do you guys call it?
I don't know.
There's no word for it.
It doesn't have like a specific word.
Ke go betsa, but it's specific to your bag. Ke ra go betsa bo gore de, hence go debola. Right? Yeah. So what's the other one? When you are baile either polish kana mabele, right? Or someone like a hete, like we say leheto. Same but different. Leheto, right? After that, wa goza. Ugoza ka mogoro. Ugoza le go bitseng. So, I think the guy who is go goza, hey. Goza again. Kaleheto. Right? That wooden spoon, the video leheto. Wait. Leheto ke leheto ke le lehetang ke mogori. Goza ka mogori. So goza ka mogori until the pap kana mabelat alishat. Same but different. Yeah, love. What other examples do you have?
I don't really have a lot of examples.
Yeah?
I don't.
Really?
I don't nitpick.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for me.
Only other difference is that I know abbreviations and he doesn't.
What abbreviations?
Like the texting abbreviations.
Texting. That's cool.
That's cool.
Like what? Let's go. I think I know a few abbreviations. I'm young. I'm hip.
Okay.
What abbreviations?
Okay, let's start with the simple one. BRB.
BRB. BRB. Be ready, best friend. What does BRB mean?
Be right back.
Be right back. Okay. But the thing with abbreviations, I feel like everything can be turned into an abbreviation. So
yes, but
if you're
that's pretty standard ones.
Yeah, that's standard ones. And some it's like inside language or inside jokes that people crack when they're talking to their friends. So yeah, I prefer to use like full-on words. I'll never say BRB, gotta be right back.
I use full-on words too, but so if you were to see a meme, you wouldn't know what's happening because of the abbreviations.
It depends. Maybe I would know, but maybe I wouldn't know.
Okay, what's TTYL?
Oh, talk to you later. I know that. Really, babe? Yeah, I know abbreviations like that. Yeah. So I think that's it for this week's episode. We just wanted to share with you some family dynamics, living together, same but different. I don't know, man. I still feel like every time I get it, I'm insulting my ancestors. And
How? How are you insulting them?
It's to me, it's an identity thing. I identify myself with not just, well, a lot of it is how I speak and how I sound, right? So it adds to my identity.
Can I throw a spanner in the works?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, say you are learning, what languages can you speak?
Ndebele, Setswana, English.
Yes. Skurutsi.
Setswana. Skurutsi ke Setswana.
So, while learning Skurutsi, while learning Ndebele, you take Setswana principles into it.
What?
Do you bring your Setswana principles, things that you learned?
Bring them to it.
Go to things Ndebele.
I don't think I understand that question. What do you mean by principles?
I mean, Honana, you call it Ndebele, I get it.
Yeah.
And by me calling it Sitebele, that's me bringing Setswana into it. Say.
Okay.
Maybe. Instead
Okay.
of Ndebele.
I think I'm with you so far. Yeah.
So my point is, when you're learning a language, like when you were learning English, you accepted what you were taught. You weren't on some, but I say ta. So why am I pronouncing it table and not
Double.
So my point. So my point
This example is off. No, babe.
No. My point here is when you learn a different language, you sort of. Why is it that when we learn certain languages, we immerse ourselves fully in learning those languages? We don't question it because we're like, but I speak like this. How come you pronounce it like this?
Whatever language you're learning, you're going to bring principles and elements of your, I'll say your principal language or language that you speak.
Yes.
That's why Botswana, how Moza, okay, I'm generalizing now. How was Amutu? Motswana, Potsoka, what's your name? First they translate in their head, Lina Lawagemang, and then they answer themselves Kasetswana and then translate to English, right? So I feel like that's you bringing principles and elements of your primary language or your first language to whatever language you're speaking or learning then. Baby,
No, but my point is very simple.
Yeah.
Before you spoke Setswana, you learned Sikurudzi.
I don't remember what.
You find that most people
Baby,
learned
what? Before I spoke what?
Setswana.
I've always spoke Setswana. Like I found myself
most people learn Setswana
when I learned it
at school. Most people. Well,
no,
not
from
most,
home.
Mostly in the north. Yes.
Wait. What?
Most people in the north, their first language is Setswana.
Okay.
It's either Kalanga. There's so many languages. Ukana, Wabua. Oh my gosh.
Maybe say Herero when you go up.
Yes. Sambuku, Shu, Sisubiya.
Hey, but Kotono there wasn't like that. First language
There's plenty of languages that you learn, and then people learn Setswana later on. So when you're just being difficult.
No, I'm not being difficult.
And you're there on some. No.
My first language that I learned is Setswana. So I understand and appreciate the example that you gave. But Kotonota, there was no other language that we learned before it was Setswana. I found myself Setswana. I never had to. I guess I learned it as a child, but I never had to consciously get Setswana. No, I just learned it and found myself Setswana. Same, but different. Family dynamics.
It's okay. It's okay to accept that we can learn Setswana sa. Most of us, we knew some of it, but you really get like a broader base or a broader foundation. Go school.
I don't agree with that foundation. That's all I came here to say today. That's it. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. It was a little family dynamic-y, but I think these are the things that we deal with on a daily basis. Sometimes it seems so insignificant, but in my case, I really felt I was parting with my identity. Don't do this, do that. This is how you say this, you don't say that. But I know you meant it from a good place, right? But with me, I just felt it was a little.
I feel like you're painting me out to be a bad guy.
No, babe.
You are,
meant
because so many times.
Because Lena, I say that
he fails to overlook Kla. And
babe, I was
so many instances they're like ta. Like you know what?
To each their own.
To each their own.
Yeah.
And then ta. Oh my gosh, the heavens open. And like he was saying, he's trying to say that it's not that deep.
It is. It is because
that's the thing though. You say it's not that deep to me, and then you go and take it personally with Mahatla.
Same but different. So like I was saying, babe, I feel like this is one of those conversations that will never end. I was closing. Shout out to you for checking out today's episode. And if you're a football fan and you'd like to get some drip of your team's merchandise, we leave the link below where you can get that. New season is starting, and we're so excited to be watching the games and just being home and being safe, because for COVID, we're not really trying to go anywhere. We're trying to social distance. We're trying to stay home until we defeat the pandemic. So the link will be below where you can get your drip. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. Get that.
Those chill sessions, guys. Those chill sessions.
No chill sessions.
No chill sessions. Because it's weird for me, because the very people who are going to complain when the industry is shut down are the very people who are currently having chill sessions. So, are you checking?
Yeah, Doek&Tie.